here on the square in Martinsville. We're at the courthouse and we're not even in trouble. That's the good news. All right, Cindy, we are here. Beautiful Saturday morning. We got the Rams ride. I mean, what do you think?
I think it's amazing. I have to say, there's so many bikes that turned out for this ride, and they do every year. This is such a good cause. There's a lot of people fighting MS, and you know, the things that they have for MS now is so much different than it was years and years ago, and people fight it every day. So it's just awesome what they do, and it's amazing to see all these bikers here today.
It is. It's awesome. Everybody showed up in strength here. We're on the square in Martinsville. I know they have brought this ride here multiple times. We have the Candy Kitchen here. There's Greek's Pizzeria here. There's Gillespie's Cigar Bar here, right here on the square. So it's kind of a cool destination anyway. You're kind of at the beginning of all the great roads of southern Indiana from here on out. Super cool. I know Hammer's brother, who has MS, is going to be on a bicycle doing this exact same ride on a bicycle.
And that's crazy.
in 90 degrees sunshine? Yeah. That's unbelievable.
And people that have MS understand how hard that is for somebody who is out in the heat that has MS.
Right? All right, well, we're going to go find Hammer. We're going to find out a little bit more about the Rams ride. And we want to just give a quick shout out to Ladendorf Law, sponsor of the show for 20 plus years now. It's not even Ladendorf Law anymore. You know what? It's Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler, the bigler and badler than ever. That's what we always say. Hope you never need a personal injury lawyer, but if you do, Ladendorf Law, you can still get to them right through the Steel Horse Thunder website, steelhorsethunder.com. Click on the Ladendorf logo. It'll take you right to their website, and they will get in touch with you. They will take care of you, and I can promise you, nobody will treat you better than Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler. Cindy, let's go find Hammer, and let's go, I don't know, man. We know a lot of these people. Let's just go have fun.
Let's go.
All right, Hammer, man. Here you are. It's the first stop of the first leg. So here you are. We're in Martinsville, Indiana. You guys are going to Greek's Pizzeria.
Yep.
You've been down here on the square before for this ride, because I know you guys go to the Candy Kitchen as well.
We do.
It's a pretty famous place here in Indiana.
That's a fact. That's a home of the original candy cane.
Right?
That's right.
Right? I mean, that's pretty cool when you stop and think about it. So how is it so far? How's the ride going so far?
Oh, it's been going fantastic. I tell you, we couldn't be happier. And obviously the weather's beautiful. It's dry. All of the coordination has come together, which, you know, that keeps you up the night before, but it's gone very well. We're extremely pleased this year for the amount of sponsors that have shown up. We've got platinum sponsors in MEP Fleet Care, Edwards Electrical Mechanical, Miller Towing and Transport is here. Just a ton of sponsors that are on the t-shirts that are now participating with us. We're so proud, and it's gone so smooth. So the Bomb Group has put together a fantastic route. We've got a lot of novice people, a lot of folks that haven't been to a ride before. I've just learned recently going through the crowd, and they're comfortable, and that's what it's about. That's right? The big thing. That's the big thing. Absolutely.
Yes, it is. You know, this Rams ride. This is the 17th annual. Hard to believe. What keeps you coming back? Now, I want to say this right now.
Sure.
Somebody said earlier in the week, they said, don't worry about rain on Saturday, and I'm not jinxing it. It's simply because God needs to take care of the farmers and give them the rain they need, and then he's going to give us the sunshine for the weekend. I don't know who that person was, but damn, they were enlightened with some wisdom. That's
a fact. That's a fact. Because I tell you, regularly, I don't look at the forecast. I never do, because you can't change it. So nothing good or bad can come from it. You can just increase your anxiety. So I choose not to look at it because I'm going to be here anyway, right?
Exactly.
Like I've said many years, you've heard me before at the various charity rides, the diseases and causes don't care if it rains.
Right.
So we need to be there to support them.
Exactly.
But fortunately, we've got a fantastic day today. So we've got some novices out, right? That want to get those shiny bikes out. And I tell you, there are some fantastic looking machines in this group. It looks as though we've probably eclipsed the 200 number. Maybe I don't know.
There's a lot.
There's a bunch.
There's a lot.
There's a bunch.
Saying, there is a lot.
I'm checking that side mirror when we do those elevation changes, and they don't stop coming over the hills.
Right.
So what a great day.
No, super cool. Martinsville actually blocked off all the way around the courthouse, and you guys are just about taken up all the way around the courthouse. That's how many motorcycles are here. How do you go about doing that, where you can get such coordination? They had this blocked off last night, and you know there was a few cars here. You know, people that may have had a cocktail or too many,
right?
And of course, nobody wants anybody driving home drunk, so you leave the cars here. They came, got them in the morning, got them out of the way. How do you get that kind of coordination?
Well, I tell you, that's one of the things that folks don't realize, the amount of time and effort it takes to put this together. It's our 17th annual, but every year has its own challenges. And it's something that it takes the year to put together. We've got a voluntary board of 7 people, and we're very proud of that. And that way all the money goes to the cause, but it creates a lot of time. There's a lot of man hours that go into meeting with the county commissioners here in Martinsville, going to their quarterly meeting and explaining what we're trying to do and that we want to close the square down. Of course, by doing so, we're going to be here for an hour, and we've got over 200 people that are going to patronize the area restaurants and businesses. So they're all for it, right? There's never been a question, but it takes that early prep. You know, you've got to put the legwork in ahead of time in order to make the day go well. So that's a big piece of it. Same is true with our police escorts. All of our friends in law enforcement that have been helping us here in Martinsville. We had Plainfield coming out of Indy West, and we've got some others as well that are helping us out. And that's all part of the effort that goes on behind the curtain, if you will, that happened months ago.
Yeah. Now, just real quick, and I know you and I talk all the time. We've been out and covered this ride before, but I always have to remind myself, there are new riders every year. There are people that are just moving to this location. Again, Rams Ride is
the most comfortable, welcoming ride that we can build. And that's the most important thing, because it doesn't matter how long you've been riding a motorcycle, we want you to enjoy the day. If you're a wily veteran that's done 100 of these things, we want you to enjoy it. If you've done it for the first time and this is it, we want to make sure that you're back. Because it's a relaxing thing. Motorcycling is therapeutic. Nobody knows that better than the Steel Horse audience. And that's part of what we strive to do. Keep everyone safe and vertical, and so that they're riding at their own and within their own limits. So we keep everybody together, and that's the big key, really.
Yeah. And for those that aren't aware, Rams Ride. Rams is Riders Against Multiple Sclerosis.
Yep.
And again, 17 years you've been doing this. How you doing as far as your donations?
I was proud to announce this morning that as of this ride, we have broken, and we are well over $400,000 since we started the event. So we are making great strides towards a lot of things, including the treatments for multiple sclerosis. Within the last decade, we've been doing it 17 years. I'd like to think we're a small part of what's happening, but those afflicted and those that have been diagnosed now have treatments and medicinal things out there that they didn't have before. So the disease therapies have improved leaps and bounds over the last decade, and we're going to keep doing it. The idea is to put the MS Society out of business.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys do a fantastic job with it. I've always billed this as one of the safest rides you'll ever go on if you do a group ride. I'll be honest, group rides aren't totally relaxing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dude, I've been on some where it's like, first time I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But the way you guys have done it, it's always been a super safe ride, and it's one of those rides where even if it's a big ride, you can still enjoy it. Instead of being white-knuckled, scared to death of whoever's riding around you, or the route that they picked, or whatever, or they picked a route in spring and then didn't ever look again, and then summertime they're on the roads and they've all been chip and sealed or whatever, you know what I mean? So, bridges are gone now or whatever. And you guys, you always do your homework. You always keep it safe. You always make it enjoyable, and you pick different places to go to. Like I said, you used to come down to you've been to the Candy Kitchen before. It's always unusual, different, unique kind of places that you take people to. And I always love that too, because hey, let's face it, most of us, we've been riding motorcycles, we've seen the same bars over and over and over and over and over.
True.
And I'm not saying anything bad about that, because a lot of those bars spend a lot of money taking care of the motorcycle. I understand all that, but it's kind of fun when you get something new, something refreshing. It's kind of fun. Dude, all I can say is thank you so much for what you've been doing.
Hey, I can't thank Steel Horse enough for being part of it. And I tell you, one of the things about it is that you want to make it unique each year, right? So people enjoy it, and so people look forward to coming back. There's folks that always want to know, how's next year? Well, it's always the first Saturday in August, so you can mark it right now. It'll be the 18th annual already that we'll be working on, and we'll start working on it in about 2 weeks. But it is a labor of love. It's something that we enjoy. We try to add something new to the mix. We're very excited to welcome piloted drones this year for the very first time.
I know,
we're gonna have drone footage. I'd like to thank my good friend Gary Webb for being out with us today. It's just a fantastic thing that we get to add, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk to first-time or long-time veterans, we've got guys with all 17 rockers. Give you something new, right? We want to have a great time with it and give you something new to experience.
All right, man, I'm going to let you go so you can take care of what you got to do here. I know from here you guys head out to the Columbus, well, Taylorsville,
right?
Out to Mann's Harley-Davidson, correct?
Yep, we do. And we're looking for, you know, the balance of the ride to be just as well as the first leg. Then we finish up at Shakers on the southeast side. A great spot there. We're looking forward to that on East Southport Road. And again, Riders Against Multiple Sclerosis, mark your calendars for the first Saturday in August. It's an annual thing. This is 17. We're going to keep going.
Right on, man. Hammer, thank you so much, man.
Steel Horse, we couldn't be more proud to be part of it.
Right on.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Enjoying the group. I always look forward to this ride, being with the brothers and seeing everybody out here.
You've been here since the very beginning, right?
Not the very beginning. I'd say 2014 was my first.
Yeah.
And I've been to every single one since.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that you guys got to park out here on the court parking. It's pretty cool here, right?
Yeah, it's awesome to be able to take over the square.
So is it a nice ride here?
Oh yeah, I mean, we did a couple pre-rides with the group and to figure out like which areas we needed more attention to.
You didn't run into any of the chip and seal that they've been doing in Martinsville, have you?
There was one road, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, the previous pre-ride that we did, it wasn't like that, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I know in the past, I think 2 weeks they've been doing the chip and seal here, and it's been all over. So I didn't know if you guys had ran into that or not.
Yeah, we had one road. The road wasn't too bad, and some chip and seals where it's pretty fresh. You got some kickback, but the one that we went on was pretty sealed up.
That's good. Awesome. Well, I'm so happy to see you guys out here because I love Rams Ride. You guys do such an amazing job for MS, and you know, you guys, I don't know how many bikes are here, but I know it's got to be, I don't know, how many, 200?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I've been going on, that's pretty right around the range, pretty consistent.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty amazing. It's going to be a great rest of the day. Great rest of the ride. You guys be safe, and thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you guys for being here.
But I know you're doing this. You're doing this bike or on this ride on the bicycle.
Yes.
How tiring is that?
Oh, it's something that we do on a regular basis. But 100 miles in a road bike it's not easy, but it's something that's manageable. How's that?
I ain't the one. That's not manageable for me. Maybe for you.
Well,
you look like you're in pretty good shape.
Believe it or not, the two of us did a gravel road race last weekend that was 100 miles and about 6,000 feet of climb out in the west side of Indiana, in Eminence, Indiana. So it's pretty cool.
My goodness. Now you are Hammer's brother, correct?
Yes,
Randy's
sir.
brother.
That's
correct?
right. That's right. We call him Hammer Toad.
So what do you think about all these bikes out here doing this ride?
I love it every year, and every year that we do it as an anniversary, it's kind of a rendezvous for friends to get together and family to celebrate what the good thing is about MS, and that's that it brings people together to show them their better side.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I know you're getting ready to take off because you got to get ahead of these guys.
I do.
But thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks for being here.
Hey guys, Cameraman Wes here. Just want to let you guys know about Steel Horse Thunder and Beyond podcast. It airs every other Monday on YouTube and Spotify. That's where the video is. Audio is anywhere else you can get your podcast from. So make sure you check us out. Steel Horse Thunder and Beyond.
How was the ride so far?
This has been a great leg. Great leg.
So you came from Wisconsin?
Yeah, we came down from Wisconsin this year. Yeah, we moved up there 7 years ago. We've been down every year
Wow.
for this. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
That's awesome. So you had a great ride?
Yeah, it's been great so far.
Yeah.
I mean, riding up that front with Hammer, you can't beat it. So.
Very
Thank
cool.
y'all. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you. Okay, I saw you ride this badass thing. I want you to tell me all about it.
Well, I've been wanting, because I've been riding with Messiah Misfits for the last year, and before that I've been riding with Iron Sharpens Iron, and I've always been in the cage, And I decided, you know, it was on my bucket list to get one of my own. So I finally did.
You know, how does it ride?
It's awesome. It's like you know, my people tell me all the time, you lean in those corners awfully well. You know, I was used to being on a Harley with my friend, and now all of a sudden, you know, I'm riding by myself, so I'm still leaning in the corners, but it's amazing. Yeah, I love being able to get in the wind, and I can do it by myself.
So how did you get hooked up with Messiah Misfits?
So my church that I belong to is Fresh Fire Bible Church out of Mars Hill, and our pastor had went to Brooklyn, New York, and met their president of Messiah Misfits, and they brought the chapter back here. So I'm the treasurer of my church, and I'm also the treasurer of Messiah Misfits.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. You know, I love seeing lady riders. I really do. But I absolutely love the Riker. This is a Riker, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I knew it. I've been wanting one forever.
It's
one of these
easy.
days I'm going to get one.
And I actually took the test too, and I only missed one question on my written exam, and my writing test was all in the rain.
Really? So did you ride this on your writing test?
No, they didn't let us write our own. I had bought it like a week prior to taking the test, but they had their own ones there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm official and endorsed and everything.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you, because I love this bike, and one day I'm going to get on one and ride too.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
Thanks for being here. What brought you out to the Rams ride?
Our Sergeant at Arms has rode in this ride for the last 7 years, so we decided to ride with him.
Awesome. It's a great cause.
It is. It's awesome.
And it's a beautiful day for it. So you guys enjoy and be
yes.
safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Roll them up. All right, there was a lot of rides to choose from. What made you choose the Rams ride?
Do it every year.
Is that right?
It's a lot of fun.
There we go.
I have family members who have MS.
So near and dear to the heart.
Yep.
Right on. Thank you so much for coming out here. Hey, is he as mean as he looks?
I can be, but not really.
Just don't rattle his cage?
Right.
All right.
Fucking teddy bear.
You gonna do it? All right, stay trippy, little hippie. Hey man, I never have got you that picture of your bike at the boogie, did
That's all right. I'm still here.
One of these days, man. One of these days.
That's all right. I'll take it. Nice seeing you.
Right on, man.
All right, what brought you guys out to this ride?
The guy that runs it, that puts it on every year, I used to work with him. I know him pretty well, so he's a great guy and a great song.
So that's why you picked this ride today?
Yes.
Awesome. You guys be safe.
Thank you.
Hi, man. I'm digging this badass bike, man. I'm loving it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What brought you out to the Rams ride?
It's my first time here. My dad always goes every year, but I just wanted to, my first charity ride, I wanted to get one in.
You picked the best one. They're all going to be crap after this one, but man, I'm glad you're here. Have a great ride.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
What brought you out to this ride today? Are you the daughter? No, I'm the girlfriend. What brought you guys out to the ride today?
His boss did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're having a great time.
Ride safe. You riding the rest of the ride?
Yes, I am. I know.
Just getting it all together, right?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. What brought you out to this ride today?
This is my second year doing the Rams ride, and it's just for a good cause, man. Yeah. Charity rides are the best. I love them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Be safe.
All right, John, here we are. We're in Martinsville, Indiana. They blocked off the whole courthouse so we could park the motorcycles there for the Rams ride. I know in the past you guys have been a stop for the Rams ride. I know Greek's Pizzeria was a stop for the... what is the Candy Kitchen?
It's a candy store with baked goods and ice cream. We've been here for 105 years in Martinsville.
You don't look that old.
I'm hiding my well.
Yeah, that's good.
We've had 7 different owners with 3 different buildings, all on this main street here. We're known for candy canes. Last year we made 45,000 candy canes. So we have 18 different flavors at Christmas time. So we make different flavors in the summertime.
Okay.
So we make a lot of chocolates. We don't make all the chocolates we sell, but we make a lot of them. The ice cream we buy, most of it's Bluebell. The baked goods are all made in-house from scratch. So we have cookies, pies, and cakes and breads, banana breads. When we don't sell banana splits, we make banana bread.
Nice. Now, I was told that this is the home of the original candy cane. Is that true?
Well, I don't know about that. They say, I've heard that before, but I won't say that is. Jimmy Zapappas is the original owner. He started in 1919 with it. So his cousin was also in town that made candy canes too. His name was Dick Banus. Nick ended up going to Franklin with his store. And so it just left Jimmy here, and Nick and Franklin. But yeah, they made peppermint is all they made back in the day. Okay. So, but somebody along the way added 19 or 17 other flavors with it. So
it's fantastic. And what I love about this shop here is you are right on the square here in Martinsville. The square has really come to life over the last few years. I mean, have you guys noticed the difference?
Oh yeah, there was a couple guys come in, about 28 different buildings, refurbished them, and they're still refurbishing. We got a big building over on Morgan Street that's going to be a civic theater when they're done with it. They've hit some snags along the way. It was supposed to be done by the end of the year, but it's probably first of next year. But they'll show movies as well as plays. Music bands will perform there. They can even do lectures. It'll hold around 100 or 300 to 310 people, they say. It has a small balcony in it, so I'm excited for that. It'll add a little bit of nightlife down to Martinsville.
Oh,
so
that's fantastic.
Nice, a lot of nice shops down there. Most of the shops are owned local, and most people that own them work in their shops. You got the jewelry store that makes their own jewelry. Everything in her shop is handmade. That's a sterling butterfly. Berries and Ivies down here, they have a lot of antiques in their store, and they have some other stuff that they sell. You know, it's a home decor shop. Fables and Fairy Tales, they sell a lot of books, kids' books mainly. Her boutique across over here on the corner, she sells dresses and things like that. D-Lynn Jewelry's been in Martinsville for quite a while. She works on jewelry. I don't know that she makes jewelry. I don't know whether she does or doesn't, but she works on jewelry. I know that. So. And then a lot of new restaurants in town. I think there's like 18 restaurants downtown now. So
there is, I was gonna say, that's the thing I've noticed more than anything is there's so many more places to eat when you come down here now. There's a lot more to it, you know, between the Mexican restaurant and Come and Get It.
Mexican's been here forever.
Smokes,
Yeah, Come and Get It's been here a long time. We got a new one coming in on East Morgan over there. It's about a block off the square. I've heard Tex-Mix, or Tex-Mix.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what it's going to be. They're still working on the building, but it's going to open up one of these days.
Yeah.
So.
And I do know Javier. That's I do know Javier, and I do know he wants it to be known for its steaks. He said he really wants to emphasize the steak.
That's good.
So, but yeah,
we need a good steakhouse downtown.
Yes, I love everything coming in here. It's been neat to watch over the last several years, and I had to come in and talk to you because I've heard so much about the Candy Kitchen. So we had to come in and find out a little bit about this history. And thank you so much for being so welcoming to all these motorcyclists that come in here and everybody that comes in.
Yeah. That's what we're about. Welcome people to Martinsville. So
right on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so you guys were the first stop on the Rams ride. Can you tell me how that happened?
So when they were testing the ride a couple weeks ago, Hammer had come in and they brought about 17 of them to kind of stop and check it out. They really liked the place. They liked our staff, liked the food and the drink selection. So that's kind of where Martinsville was already the stop, but that's how we became the rally point, I guess, if you want to call it.
You were kind of like the host.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, there were a lot of riders today, so.
Yeah, we've had 2 weeks to plan for it, right? So I've been keeping in touch with Hammer. We've been in contact with how many bikes, and then they called before. So we kind of brought in some extra staff to give us some help because we wanted to make sure that the ride kept on time. That was really important to Hammer. One was safety, right? And two was keeping time.
Yep.
So those were the two things that he stressed to us the most. So we brought some extra people into the kitchen, did some pizza by the slice so it could be in and out. You know, it was $5 tax included, so we didn't have to count a bunch of change.
Awesome.
All that kind of stuff so we could get them in and out as quickly as possible.
So you were the bartender?
Yes, ma'am.
So how was it at the bar?
You know, everybody was really polite, which I respect a lot. You
Yeah.
know, 'cause sometimes we get some assholes that come in here, right? Everybody was super nice. You know what I mean? But I think it's the most
You
fun.
should know that motorcyclists are always nice.
All the ones I've met. At least.
Yeah.
No, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
I have the most fun when there's that many people. So.
Yeah, Rich and I were actually just talking about that. You know, like some people just like to hang out and talk, which we like to do as well.
Yeah.
But when you get rocking and rolling like that, and I'm yelling at him behind you, grab me this, grab me that, it's a lot of fun to do it that way too,
Yeah.
because you just kind of, you're running, time goes by faster, and people seem to really enjoy it. That's the good part, especially when him and I are communicating with the kitchen staff, because I was able to yell at our pizza guy, Evan, hey, I need 2 pepperoni slices, stuff like that. So we had planned a lot over the last 2 weeks, because again, we really wanted this to go well.
And I think it did. So you guys are right on the square of Martinsville, and you know there's a lot of places here, a lot of new places. How do you guys feel being on the square? Is this like a great place to be?
Yeah, I mean, we love Main Street. Just opened a couple weeks ago, right? Barzeek's been around a couple months, and we all try to work together and do what we can, right? We don't look at them as competition. We want more people down on the square. I want to see people walking around the courthouse from between the restaurants and the candy kitchen and everything else, gather around Los Reyes, you name it. I mean, I feel like the town is doing a lot to bring these businesses back to the square. We've kind of all got our thing, right? Our specialty here that Richard and I focus on the most is our tap beers. We've got beers in here that you can't get at the store. Trash Panda from Metazoa, Confessional IPA, all those things. So instead of you having to go to Indy to different breweries, you come on down to the Goat and get some stuff that you're not going to find at the liquor store or the beer store. Yeah. A lot of the stuff you can't find at Kroger and Walmart and things like that.
Right. Well, you know, and like you said, you guys all work together, which is what every town should do. And I'm so glad to hear that, because, you know, Martinsville needed a lot of this to come in, and it really has. You guys have cleaned up the square a lot, you know, painted the buildings, made it look nice, and now you got all these restaurants, all these different places that you can go. I hear that there's a music venue here I know of. I heard that there's a theater coming.
Yeah, so 2 doors down where the sidewalk's blocked off, they're building a theater. I guess it used to be a theater a long time ago. But the amphitheater does free concerts put on by the town. There's actually one tonight. So that helps businesses on the square too, because people will come in and eat, things like that. You know, we frequent Barzeek and Main Street and Gillespie's and Los Reyes, and their patrons do too. You know what I mean? So we have regulars, and it's the same regulars that are at Barzeek and Main Street and everything else. So we really enjoy it, because people will come in and be like, hey, how was Main Street tonight? Oh, it was pretty busy. Cool, so are we. You know what I mean? Like we definitely don't look at it as competition. We look at it as competition against other towns that are trying to do this, is the way I look at it.
That's pretty cool, and I like to hear that. I like to hear that you guys all work together. It does. It's like a camaraderie of people getting together and just doing what you do, and letting everybody go wherever they want to go and have a good time.
Yeah, there's more than enough to go around, right? Like we're all looking for the same market, right? So when you have X amount of people in a town, right, you got to have variety so people come down, because you can come down and get a pizza by the slice here, go get something from Main Street if you want catfish bites and a lamb burger from Barzeek, and go sit on the square and eat it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time, which really helps us.
Yeah. Right, and I think what helps out the most too is that we've all kind of carved out different niches, right? So if you're looking to sit down and drink some craft beer, you come in here. But if you're looking to smoke a cigar and drink some whiskey, if you come in here looking to smoke a cigar,
you're not going to.
I'll direct them over and see my boy Santos across the street. You know, so we do that with everything around. He's like, oh, I want to drink the beer here, but you know, I'm not feeling pizza. Like, hey man, go down there, grab you some food, come back, we got the beer for you. You know what I mean? So it all works together.
It does, and it's just to me, it's just so cool that you guys all do that. And you know, I'm so glad that you guys were the first stop for the Rams ride. The Rams ride was awesome today. Thank you guys so much for all that you do, being here. You know, like being with everybody joining together. I love it. So thank you guys. I love the Groggy Goat. I love Greek's Pizza. Their pizza is awesome.
Well, thank you guys again. The dough's made fresh every day, all fresh ingredients and stuff like that. So, you know, we do deliver 7 days a week. We do use DoorDash. It's more expensive to go to DoorDash, right? So we like to keep it in-house or whatever. We do carry out. You know, you can eat at the bar. We open at 11 every day except for Mondays, 4 o'clock. So please stop in for lunch. You grab a beer. You can sit on the Greek side. You can sit on the Goat side. But we're here. Thank you guys for coming out. It was good to see you guys on Monday. And Hammer, when you watch this, we'll see you soon, brother.
Cindy, what a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon.
Very nice.
I tell you what, that Rams ride, it just seems to get better and better every year. And I don't know, I'm not saying that this was the largest attendance that they had or anything like that. It just, 17 years of the Rams ride, you learn a thing or two in 17 years. They know how to do it. They know how to do it right. They know how to do it safe. And they pick great places, man. I tell you what, here we are sitting here. We're sitting here at the courthouse square in Martinsville, Indiana. I know Martinsville had such a horrible reputation for so many years about how this and that, about how bad it was and how racist this town was. And it's like, if you haven't been to Martinsville in a while, you're going to find out it's changed an awful lot. It's not the Martinsville from 1930s and the 1950s. It has changed a bunch over time. Cindy, what do you think? I mean, Martinsville, there's so many things to do here on the square. The Rams ride, there's just been so many of them. What is your overall thoughts of today?
Today was a great day for a great ride. There were so many bikes. It was amazing to see all the people on the bikes and the diversity of people that was on the bikes. It was just amazing to see how many different kinds of people, different kinds of bikes. You have Martinsville Square, which has grown tremendously. I don't know how many restaurants are here. They have a few bars here. They have the cigar bar. They have, the candy kitchen. And those people all, get together and they all, communicate and they love to have all the people. It doesn't matter if one person goes here and one person goes there. They want them all to come down here and go wherever they want to go. And it's pretty cool. This is a great place to go. They have the free concert. I hear there's one, tonight. There's just lots of things to do here now where before there wasn't as many things to do. So there's lots of things to do in Martinsville.
And they got that brand new amphitheater they put in here. There's great bands all summer long, along with, you got Cedar Creek, which is just outside of the square, you know what I mean? Just outside of the maybe city limits or whatever, but they're still in Martinsville. You got Cedar Creek doing all their concerts and stuff. Just a fantastic place. And all I can say is, it was super cool to be able to meet Hammer's brother finally after all these years, be able to talk with him. The fact that cat's out on a bicycle doing the same 100 miles on a bicycle in this heat, dude, I'm telling you what, if you don't think they've come leaps and bounds for MS, I mean, he's living proof that they have made leaps and bounds. And I know these guys are awful proud of what they've been able to do as being a part of bringing a cure to MS, which is such a horrible, crippling disease. So, just a real quick shout out to all our sponsors, man. Ladendorf, Fregiato, and Bigler. Bigler and Badler than ever, the personal injury lawyer. That's who you need to call if you ever need one. Krambo's out in Greencastle / Manhattan. If you're looking for custom paint, if you're looking for Harley mechanics, if you're looking for accessories, tires, whatever, that's the place to go. And then also Roy Rogers Heating and Air. I'm telling you, on a day like today, you want your air conditioner running really good. And it's only going to be a few months. You're going to need that heater going. So make sure you get in touch with Roy Rogers Heating and Air. Let them know that Steel Horse Thunder sent you. And I think you get the first visit for free, if I'm not mistaken, with them guys. So anyway, super great day. It was super cool. I saw a lot of cool motorcycles. I saw a Buell Blast out there in the pack. I saw some Rikers. I saw an old Honda 750 motorcycle. I saw just a lot of different bikes. And again, it just goes to show, Cindy, it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.